When you go and purchase a phone, there's so much of research that you do. You do research on, hey, is the camera good? Hey, is the space good enough? Will it help me with my work? Will it help me with my entertainment needs? How much am I paying for it? And you compare all these devices with other companies and then you decide what to buy. For some strange reason, we do not do this for things that actually also matter to us. People don't think so much or don't even spend even a monetary of time in purchasing a medical insurance. Why is that? Is it because we take it for granted? Is it because we all feel that we are all superhumans and nothing is going to happen to us?
हम तो देखो 2-2.5 घंटे सुबह लगाते हैं पार्क में और शाम को सत्संग में जाते हैं, तो मुझे तो नहीं लगता कोरोना हमारे नज़दीक आ जाए।
क्योंकि आप सत्संग जाते हो।
सत्संग में जाते हैं। प्यारी समझ गई।
Today's topic happens to be about medical insurance and why is it very important to A, purchase a medical insurance, 2, and understand what a medical insurance can do for you and can't do for you. And why is it very critical for us, the millennial generation and even the generations younger to us, to actually give more amount of energy and time in deciding what to purchase when it comes to a term policy. Medical insurance has become a major purchase in the last few years. Well, the reason being, it was the pandemic of 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic, that actually changed and opened our eyes to actually understand what was happening in our medical field. We suddenly realized that anything can happen at any given time and medical expenses are expensive. Good healthcare is expensive. Access to good healthcare is a privilege and it only comes with exchange of money. But there are a few things that we can actually do to ensure that our exposure in terms of how much money that we'll actually spend for healthcare actually reduces. Number one, most of us, millennial people or anyone, we all work in corporates, we all work for different companies, and they all give us a medical insurance card. But how many of us, hand on heart, how many of us have actually gone through what the medical insurance policy gives you? How many of us have actually gone through the details of the medical insurance? How much are they covering us for? What kind of medical illnesses are covered? What kind of medical illnesses are not covered? Which hospital can avail healthcare in? These are the questions that you need to ask when you go through these things. The fact is, life is very unpredictable. Anything can happen at any given point of time. You can be the healthiest of healthy person today, and tomorrow you might be in the hospital. And all these things come at a cost, and that's why a medical insurance is very, very important, and many people are purchasing it. Recent stats suggest that millennial generation is purchasing a lot more medical insurance than ever before. What is not great, though, is that we cannot take this for granted. A sales rep comes to your house, selling you a medical insurance. He or she will tell you what you want to hear. He or she will tell you what exactly the premium amount that you need to pay. And that's about it.
सर जिंदगी में कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. Life is risky.
But when the policy comes to you, you don't even read it. You store it in your Dropbox, assuming that everything will be taken care of in case you need medical services. But the fact is that you need to read the document properly to the teeth and ask the right set of questions. Let me give you an example. Before 2024, let's consider that a person, Raj, has a medical insurance from a company X. He develops sudden, palpitations, which is a problem with the heart, and he wanted to go and visit the hospital. He had a choice of going to hospital A, B, C, and D because all of them were close by. But hospital B was closest to him. So he goes to the hospital B, gets emergency healthcare, and turns out that he needed some sort of procedure done to ensure that he is back home safe. The hospital bill comes, he gives his insurance policy, and then the hospital refuses and the policy has been declined. And the reason that the hospital used to give is saying that this particular hospital, that is hospital B, is not part of the network of hospitals of the company X. He was not aware of this, he was not informed of this, but this was the reality. Things have changed this year, but I'm just trying to tell you what certain fine print details or things that go completely missed can actually cause a lot more or a bigger hole in your pocket because you paid insurance premium properly, you have been very diligent with your process, but when it comes to the medical insurance company giving you the money when you need it, they refuse it because of this reason which you were not aware of. Read the document, and that's what everyone says. You look at any ad of mutual funds or insurance, they say, read the offer document. They're saying that because you need to read it. and that's where details go missed. Now, let me give you another example. Millennials, we are all above the age of 28, and majority of us are in our 30s, and some of us are also in our 40s. With this being said, if we are this old, it's natural to assume that our parents are also older. When you have older parents, you also need to avail medical insurance for them, because you have a nominee planning that you can actually nominate your parents, if you're married, your spouse, to this plan. And if you have kids, obviously your kids as well. So when you have these people, and if you're feeling responsible enough, it's your fundamental duty to go through the fine print and understand what are the things that can be availed from this. Insurance providers ask you questions for a reason, and insurance providers tell you things for a reason. But as a customer, it's your right and it's your duty to ask all the questions that you need to ask. The 5 questions that I would ask is, number 1, do you have any specific hospitals that I need to go for any specific care? If I need a procedure, or if I need a sort of an implant or something that has to be added or put inside my body, how much will the insurance company cover this for? What are the comorbidities and issues that you need to know about me as a person, or my health or my medical history that you need to know? This is the 3rd question. And 4th question is, when do I inform you if the procedure is already planned, and what do I do in case of an emergency? And in case of my nominees, what is my term limit? If I'm taking a cover for about 10 lakh rupees, how much is it actually covering me, my partner, my parents, and so on and so forth? All these questions need to be asked, and whatever they ask, give them all the details in terms of medical reports and everything, because it is very, very critical. I mentioned about X and ABC, right, before. Things have changed now. As of January 2024, a new law that has come in India says that you can go to any hospital today and you can avail it, and no hospital or no insurance company can say this is no part of the network of hospitals. But what they can do is they can use your medical history and lack of information given to them as a means to not give you insurance or not accepting the policy. Policies need to be taken care of, but much more fine detail than you do to purchase a laptop or a car or a cell phone. We are in a generation, we are living in an era where healthcare prices are just going up. I'm not a financial consultant, neither am I an insurance sales guy or an insurance consultant as well. But I would like to tell you one thing. A corporate given insurance is not enough. It might be enough. It's good that you have one, but also purchase a separate one. Plan your nominees perfectly. Nominate your parents if required, nominate your partner if required. If required, purchase multiple insurance covers. And second thing is, know your term policy perfectly to the teeth and know what kind of tax benefit that you get. Do your research. Do your research into all the companies and see what they are actually doing. And speak to people who are older than you, speak to people who are younger than you, and figure out what works for you the best. India right now is changing. The healthcare system in India itself is changing, thanks to Ayushman Bharat. I'm not going to get into the details of Ayushman Bharat. I'm going to link the website for you to see for yourself what Ayushman Bharat is intending to do. Healthcare access across India is going to change, and it's going to get better. But before it gets better, you need to understand that when you are accessing private hospitals for medical treatments and everything, you need to be extra careful, extra cautious about insurance. Simple things that you need to do. In case of a planned procedure, let the insurance company know 48 hours before. Tell them and let them know. Give them a call on the hotline number, send them an email if required, send them the details that you need to send them upfront. In case of an emergency, it's a rule that once you get into the hospital, just give the insurance card that you have or the policy number, and the rest will be taken care of. And make sure when you buy an insurance policy, ask all the questions, assume the worst case situation, worst case scenario, and find out if this policy can handle it. Because if it can handle the worst case scenario, then you're good to go. Do not assume you're a superhuman, because the pandemic has definitely humbled a lot of us. But also, do not assume that things will be fine all the time. It won't. Life is unpredictable, and the only hedge against unpredictability of life is to purchase a medical insurance, because it can save your health. This is a video that I just wanted to do just to make sure that people are more aware of medical insurance and how to purchase one and how to use one when the time being. Do comment down below if you have had some sort of bad experiences with medical insurance, and do also let us know what kind of good experiences you have had as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. For more such videos, Stay tuned to the Indian Millennials channel. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and I hope you don't use your medical insurance, but I firmly hope that you buy one. Until then, take care. Goodbye.